Jason versus Freddy.
Oh, maybe.
Just wait till we get
to discuss that more
Fast
than we
and
need
the
to discuss
Furious
football
versus the Avengers.
Oh my god!
No, I could see Fast and the Furious merging with another franchise, but it would have to be like
The
another one of the
Expendables.
action ones. Yeah, it would have to be.
John
I think they've
Wick.
already filled that one. John Wick's a good candidate.
If they,
That would
if
be
they want to
good.
throw in that
That
towel.
would be great,
That would
actually.
be, yeah, but I think there might be too much artistic thought.
By John Wick
Listen,
4,
yeah, you
I
got-
don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know that I've gotten to 4 yet, so you know.
I've seen the first 2 and even the second one. It was good, but like they were
it's
clearly,
like-
and then Ballerina.
Oh,
doesn't
you're
seem
right.
like-
We have a whole John Wick universe. now.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, but you
we're
can
back.
still do a crossover. Yeah, we
The
are.
NFL universe.
Yeah, time to get into whatever's happening.
Busiest sport around.
24/7.
Yeah, it's
Never sleep.
so busy. I have just so much news. It might take up like 2 hours.
Do you
We're gonna
have
do
complete
2 hours.
OTA stats from the Cleveland Browns quarterback competition?
God, you know what? I have a whole Google spreadsheet.
All right.
We're talking about all types of advanced metrics that you guys just have never even thought about thinking about. But
Forbes and
you know what?
Schmorbs.
I wanna in the I guess what is it? Just thinking about time. You know, I'm like, you know what? We'll just save that for a different episode. We might just do its own episode on Cleveland Browns QB camp. Listen, what we are going to
I
talk
thought you were
about,
going to say do a whole other episode on just the concept of time.
we could do that. It might be more fascinating than what's going on in this offseason because there's really not much going on. So we're going to start off
the
with
drugs.
yes. Hey man, I'm going to do this stone cold sober.
Like, time is like,
you know, they say time is a man-made construct, but you need it for traveling the universe because light takes time to get there. You see what I mean? You know, never mind. I'll stop. We'll stop this bit right here. All right. Football. There's not much going on, y'all. Listen, big name star in the world of offensive linemen will be out for the start of the regular season. This is Tristan Wirfs, star left tackle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was going to be on the PUP list, so he will miss at least the first 4 games. He did go under surgery for his...
Save your body, play the games that matter. Win-win.
Exactly. He is a 2-time All-Pro, so this guy's no scrub by any means. He is definitely one of the better young left tackles. He's only 26 years old, and he was drafted in, 2020? So, this is a really good guy. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of help for Baker on the left side for the first 4, maybe even 5-6 games, because it does take a while to really get your feet underneath you, especially coming off of a ACL injury. So, there is that. We're going to go into, I guess, it's somber if you're like a real diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan. But a longtime NFL exec for the Pittsburgh Steelers passed away recently. Tim Rooney. He was 84 years old, and he had been diagnosed with cancer not too long ago. I don't think that is what is the cause. At least that's not what's reported. But if the last name sounds familiar, he is part of the Rooney family that owns the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you heard the Rooney Rule, I mean that name comes from that family. So there's that.
I don't know if that would be the name the rule I would want named after my family legacy.
Right. Well, you know, like I'm sure there were some good intentions with the rule somewhere, but not. It's definitely not exercised well at all. Not a shocker there, considering the history of the NFL. But hey,
yeah, I guess in the moment it seemed like a win, but in the history, it's definitely not felt like one for that legacy.
Definitely not.
It feels like it almost is like it feels like they're getting off for all of the nastier NFL owners. It's like they pick the nicest ones. Like how much negative stuff do we have on the Rooney family? You know, like their daughter is a fucking actress, but then she's also cousin of 2 of them are actresses, but then they're also cousins to the Giants family too.
Yeah.
So And it's like,
to
what?
the point where one of them is named after the other. It's Rooney
Yeah.
Mara is one of their names.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
wild.
just- That's a weird thing to have done. Rich people are so weird, bro.
And she's married to Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, what?
Really? How the fuck did that happen?
That's wild.
Last year, I think. Yeah, last year.
Okay.
Shout out to
Okay.
them. But anyway, yeah.
Good for them, I guess.
She was the dragon tattoo one. Yeah.
So she was the one who had to deal with Frank Underwood.
No, that's Kate Mara. That's the sister.
Oh, okay. She was the one who.
This
I hope
is
I'm
the
not
girl with the dragon
spoiling
tattoo.
anything here. But she.
Look out for trains. That's all I gotta say.
I know that show just came out, and all the kids are really getting caught up on Kevin Spacey.
What's even better is this is technically our eulogy for someone in the Steelers organization who passed away. So
I don't do eulogies well. I don't know what to say.
No.
Sorry about dying.
Anyways, let's move on. Eli Manning, as they like to say, get your money up, not your funny up, because you can't.
Future Hall of
afford it.
Fame.
You stop that, right?
Eli Manning.
We will not be discussing the merits of
Nothing to
his
discuss.
candidacy.
yeah, let's
You're
save
right,
that when-
because he
let's save that
shouldn't
for
be
the
in
week
it.
of the Hall of Fame game.
Absolutely. Because I will disparage this man's name for eternity. Listen, he cannot afford to be a part-time owner or a minority stake owner in the Giants organization. If
Same.
y'all didn't know this,
I don't know if he
right?
cannot afford. He just decided the price tag was too high for him.
That's what I'm going to interpret it as.
That sounds like broke
right?
to me.
It's too expensive for him. Therefore, he does not have enough money. He needs to chase the bag a little bit harder.
He should.
And he's been overpaid his entire career, so, like, come on.
Should have found some better people to partner up with
Right.
if he was going to do that.
Well, I mean, at that point, what's the point of partnering up with a bunch of people for a minority stake, right? I feel like you would want to partner up for a much larger stake into the franchise.
The group owns it. You're the voice of the group, the board seat, all that. Anyways.
Yeah, you're the voice of the group that only owns like I don't know,
Well, the group
1%.
The group owns the majority in this case. The group is the entity because we've made entities people. So
We've made people.
All right, now that's a larger discussion for another day, right there. But yeah, no, he apparently, I guess the Giants put out a limited stake in the team up to 10%, and he's like, "Well, it's too expensive for me. The numbers are getting very big. A 1% stake of something valued at $10 billion turns into a very big number." That is true. That is how math works, Eli Manning. But yeah, he passed up ownership. I don't know if we'll see any outside of like Tom Brady. I don't know how many players can actually get
it's tough.
ownership
LeBron's
into
gonna
a
be able
team.
to, but not many.
Yeah,
can.
but
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I mean,
been plotting and
A-Rod
openly
did it.
plotting for so long. Magic.
yeah, and like if you look at it, I mean, the guy has had so many like networking opportunities, business opportunities to really build up all the resources he's going to need to be an owner in the league. I don't know how many of these NFL players ever get that chance because their money is a lot different from other major league sports. As we talked about the last time,
Why do
because
you-
their union sucks at getting them money.
Yeah.
So, like, I think
Well,
what
it's
you
good
end
for
up.
the guys. I mean, he did fine. It's good for those guys.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, but
that
even
he
the
was
top of
never
the league
trying
guys
to-
don't get everything. So
I don't think he was trying to own a full stake in this ever, realistically, right? Like, I think that this was
Probably
just probably to add to a portfolio. Like, remember LeBron investing in Fenway, right? And then that was how he was eventually going to start his quest to own a team because it wasn't enough that he was going to make $1 million, billion, or whatever from Nike. It was that he needed to also start having these investments in like Liverpool soccer, and I'm sure there's other
The
things.
Red Sox, the
Well,
F1 team.
Red Sox, yeah, F1. So all the stuff that comes with being a partner in Fenway, or Roush Fenway, or whatever the fuck it was, whatever their fucking thing is. So it's supposed to be a part of helping him make more money along the lines. to get to that level. So I think for if anything, it was more of just an honorary thing. It was like, hey, Eli, I'm trying to diversify my portfolio, and you're the greatest player in franchise history. I'm kidding, but I'm just at the same time, it's like, was he 2 now, 3? So it's just one of those things where I think it was offered to him, but realistically, probably not a good business venture at the time. I don't think it's that big a story.
Yeah. Now, I just realized, gentlemen, since it's been we didn't record last week, right?
It's been at least 2 weeks, right?
It's been at least 2
Or
weeks.
did we do something?
So we did miss something then, and that was a rare player-for-player trade in the NFL.
Right.
Yeah, that was 9 days ago. So the Steelers, y'all have already heard about this if you're watching this now, but we haven't had a chance to really talk about it. But the Steelers are trading Minkah Fitzpatrick for Jalen Ramsey. On top of that, there is a separate Steelers-Dolphins trade where the Dolphins are trading tight end Jonnu Smith to the Steelers for a late-round swap. So Smith gets a 1-year contract extension, and then there's the player-for-player trade. That part is, I think, the more fascinating aspect of this, because it's like,
what about trading head coaches next year if it doesn't work out?
That might work for them, honestly. The Steelers need something to get them.
I don't think
one way or the other.
I don't think McDaniel is gonna go live in Pittsburgh after living in Miami, but maybe.
Isn't he from Denver and shit? It'd be all right.
Yeah,
you compare Denver to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
it's both cold.
It's right? Cold and it's not.
That's right.
Close enough.
Denver's not infinitely more beautiful than failing industrial Pittsburgh at all.
Okay, but like, what if he's a homebody? What if he's a homebody? What if he doesn't care?
Yeah, I mean, have you seen the guy? He looks like he's a homebody.
What if he's nostalgic for the days of yesteryear?
What if he's just tired of being, in Miami during the months of September and parts of October?
What if he's scared of global warming?
What if he's tired of his team always failing because he gets listen.
Well, but he can't go back to Denver. The Bong Master is already in Denver. He already claimed his territory.
You don't think that guy's going to die of a heart attack sometime in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the long game, That's you can be the guy after the guy.
I'm not wishing it on him, just for reference.
Yeah. I think Sean Payton's got enough money to keep himself alive like Snoop Dogg.
Now, on top of that, right, he could just be tired of his team failing every time it gets below 50 degrees. Pittsburgh, it's always below 50 degrees once you get past, October. There you go, buddy. You're all set up. Mike Tomlin, I think he played and or coached in Tampa Bay. He knows Florida. You'd be fine. But yeah, no, talk about this trade, though. It is interesting that each team is given up on said respective player. So, the Minkah Fitzpatrick, I remember there was talks during the season about there's players that do their own thing on defense. And I was, been following the breadcrumbs since the trade, but kind of forgot about it because we didn't record last week. That might have been a reference to Minkah Fitzpatrick. Right? He comes in there, changes the defense that first year. After that, it's kind of up and down. And then you have Jalen Ramsey, has this amazing reputation, right, for being a lockdown corner. Doesn't really seem to be doing much in Miami in terms of changing that defense. So hey, one man's trash is another man's treasure, and these guys are looking at each other like, you want to swap trash and see if it works out? And they're like, yeah, let's do that. So not that either player is trash by any means. They're both 3-time All-Pros. And I believe Jalen Ramsey is a Super Bowl winner, if I'm not mistaken. So, this might work out for both teams. And then, the Dolphins gave Aaron Rodgers a tight end to throw to, even though he doesn't really throw to tight ends nowadays.
Who's his wife? Or husband?
Jonnu Smith?
Oops.
No, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I don't know.
You got married and you don't have the scoop yet?
Nope.
Who are you married
No.
to? Is he married to himself? I mean, whatever, free love.
I mean, he might be shit, or he might be married to his shaman. Who knows?
Yeah, okay.
To
I don't think they're allowed to get married. I think that's part of the religion. But yeah,
Is
fair
it-
enough.
it says a guy. It says the guy got married to somebody named Brittany, and that's it. That's all I know.
Oh, just one name,
Who is this? Who? Wait, sorry.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
I don't think he's married, is he?
Well, last time it was
According to people.com,
before I leave.
no,
Everyone's so excited. Everybody's talking about Aaron Rodgers getting married, but no one knows who Aaron Rodgers' wife is. And then there was like a Packer player that said that at least one quarterback invited him to his wedding when he was at Jordan Love's wedding. Yeah, there was a whole lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Edward,
you guys
look at
aren't
that.
staying
So
up to date
he's.
on the important news of the world.
Oh, this is crazy. So apparently they started dating in December of 2024, and now they're married 6.5 months later, probably. All right, that's destined to not work out for him.
He joined a cult. What a fucking I love Aaron Rodgers' life. It's really one of the most like. It's just funny, man. Like I just can't. I wouldn't change anything at this point. I never would have expected it when this
I don't know
goofy
how
ass
he
little
just-
kid came in for Brett Favre all those years ago. But like 10 out of 10, funny career for sure.
I'm happy I did, but I don't know how I missed this story when it first came up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll leave it to Aaron Rodgers to have a mysterious wife all of a
Mystery
sudden.
wife. Are we sure this person exists?
That's why I asked you guys. 'Cause last time I was noticing people still hadn't proven it.
Is he gonna have the first AI wife?
Oh fuck! I don't think he'd be the first, but shit, he might be the first popular one. God damn it!
Some kind of her situation.
What if he like has schizophrenia and like dresses himself up as Britney?
That would be a fun show to watch on TV.
Yeah. Is he getting Mentai Teo?
That would be
Is that what we're
okay.
thinking?
If that was the reality, who would have the most severe case of CTE? Aaron Rodgers or Antonio Brown?
Well, see, it's weird because with Rogers, it's concentrated into this one event, right? Well, maybe not.
Well, but no. I mean, if that's the what if that was the ultimate finale for him? Is schizophrenic? I married myself, and my other self is Britney. Would that then be Antonio Brown's long list? But my favorite highlight is when he got kicked out of a pool for masturbating in it. Not once, but multiple times after being asked not to.
Shit.
Which CTE.
Maybe.
CTE, maybe. I don't fucking.
I don't know, man. We had again. That was the ultimately like that was the peak of his craziness. Like even though he tries continuously to reach that, he's done. We know he's Antonio Brown's CTE is peaked.
Oh,
Kinda
for sure.
leans into it. So,
Yeah.
Not
anyways,
this one. Anyways. Yeah,
football?
I mean, I don't really got much else, guys. In terms of this week's football related stuff, I will, however, next week. There's a teaser for you guys coming next week. I will finally have the setup for the new head coach fight club. So for you gentlemen, I will be giving it. I don't know.
Ooh.
Sometime around Sunday-ish, I'll give you guys the rundown of how it's going to work. And then for the audience, well, you'll just have to tune in and find out.
That's
That's
a
what it
tease.
is. Are we going to be polluting air in local areas to generate AI videos for this? Are we
Absolutely not. Not
Well,
a show.
YouTube will demonetize it.
For using AI or for not using
Yeah,
AI?
allegedly, if you don't have creative videos, they will. But I don't know if we were to talk for like 30, 40 minutes and then show a video clip. I don't know. But ethically, yes, you should still not use Allen Iverson. He's a little too hard on the emissions, you know what I mean?
He came here to be a star player.
Yeah.
Uh,
We're just
Alright.
we're talking about practice. And
This will-
we're trying to get practice.
wrap up the first half of this week's stuff. Join us for the rest of it after this.
That's some car.